Front Stoop, what's poppin'? It's your boy. I'm here with my man Savvy D and Tony Crow. We got a couple of things to talk about with you, ladies and gentlemen, so we might as well go ahead and get into it and get popping. Let's start off right off the jump, fellas. Right off the jump, we're going to get into it. I want to know what you guys think about it. This is a quote from Ill Seed from allhiphop.com about Joe Biden. He says, I got a tip that Joe Biden has fired all of Donald Trump's hitters in an effort to clear out potential insurgents within the military ranks. As you know, a coup can occur much easier when they have force behind them. The Joint Chiefs of Staff told the troops to follow the Constitution and that their loyalty was to the Constitution, not to the president. It's my understanding that this has never been done before. It was said overtly in an effort to usurp potential commands from Trump to do something bad to Joe Biden. Nothing is off the table. Basically, what he's saying is that Biden fired all of Donald Trump's hitters to avoid potential attempts at assassination during the inauguration. I gotta say, man, these are the craziest times. These are some of the craziest times that I've ever lived through. Never did I think that I would see one president to be rumored to possibly have guys to assassinate another, the incoming president because he lost the election. It's wild stuff, bro. It's crazy, wild stuff. I mean, freaking Trump and Pence ended up disliking each other, right? I mean, maybe all throughout the entire presidency, they had trouble with each other. Who knows? You know, you get all the rumors. You hear the rumors that Pence unfollowed Trump on Twitter, and and Trump unfollowed Pence on Twitter. Now Trump can't even use Twitter or Facebook or YouTube or any of these social media platforms. What the hell is going on? It's crazy. It's crazy. But to think that Biden, if this is true, if this rumor is true from Illseed, and I'm going to read it one more time, just to make sure that you got this clear and you understand it, ladies and gentlemen. This is from Illseed from allhiphop.com. He said, I got a tip that Joe Biden has fired all of Donald Trump's hitters. And you know what he means by hitters, folks? Hitters. In an effort to clear out potential insurgents within the military ranks. And I'm going to skip down because I already read it and you can see it on the screen. It's my understanding that this has never been done before, but it was said overtly in an effort to usurp potential commands from Trump to do something bad to Joe Biden. Talk to me. Savvy, I'm going to start with you. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, listen. It's the precautions that you don't take that come back to bite you. You know what I mean? I can't blame him. You know, if I know that certain appointees in the military or otherwise are going to be present, you know, for certain proceedings during the transition of power, then well, shit, why not? Like, if I have the power to do it, yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would do the same. You know what I mean? I would do the same thing. But like you said, you know, strange days we have here. Although I haven't really been surprised by much since the night of the election in 2016.
Yo, I mean, listen. I know, surprisingly, well, I don't know if I should say surprisingly, there were black people that, supported Trump. And I would have conversations with them. And I was like, yo, do you guys know that this dude is crazy, right? Like, this dude is a wild dude. And who knows what he's going to do when he gets in there. They was like, yo, but, you know, who you rather have? Hillary, she did such and such with emails. I was like, wait, you see what Trump does, man? This dude is crazy. He's a wild dude. And I mean, everyone who said he was a crazy wild dude, he's proven it. But I mean, this stuff right here takes the icing on the cake. And I mean, you see what they're doing in DC, right? With having, they called in the National Guard. You can't even go. As you know, I live outside of DC. We can't even go to the National Mall. They got guards lined up all along the National Mall. You know, they're boarding up the windows of the Capitol building. Wild stuff, bro.
It looks like a foreign country and the military guarding the U.S. embassy or something. It don't even look like the United States the way they over there.
Right.
Like,
right. And that's the thing. Like, I used to look at these foreign countries and be like, yo, I'm glad I don't live over there because they're wilding over there. I'm glad I don't live over there. Now I'm living in that country. Other countries are looking at the U.S. like, damn, I'm glad I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? Because, like they're crazy over there. You know what I mean? They're crazy over there. The inauguration, man, is...
Yeah, I'm not surprised either.
Yeah, the inauguration is just a couple days away. Yeah. The inauguration is just a couple days away, next week. And there's rumored to be protests that are going to happen in D.C. in every Capitol building in the country. Right? That's what the rumor is. And the FBI, the reason why they called in the National Guard is because, they're hearing this chatter. That's what they say. They hear chatter of violence that's going to take place across the country. Across the country. They're going to go out and, simply because they didn't get their guy. I can understand. Listen, when Donald Trump was voted into the presidency, there were protests, right? There were protests. It happens. It probably happens, more than we know. It happens. Someone gets voted in that you don't like, people go out and protest. That's one thing. To go out and say, okay, we're going to start to destroy all these Capitol buildings. I'm going to destroy the Capitol building in my state because my guy didn't get reelected. I think you guys stole the election. So I'm going to go destroy my Capitol building. Whatever happened to all this talk, when Black Lives Matter was out there protesting, and I don't want to say Black Lives Matter, the organization, just the movement. Okay, I want to make that distinction. Protesting, everybody, everybody, all the Trump supporters was like, look at these people out here, they're destroying this, they're destroying that. It was the buffoons that were out there destroying stuff. It wasn't the real protesters who really cared about the movement and what was going on. Well, they've taken that to a whole nother level. They're not breaking into a Target. Sheesh. You know what I'm saying? They're not stealing a TV. They're stealing a congresswoman's computer to a whole nother level. By the way, I think I saw on the news that there's been about 200 people arrested and arrested. So, I don't know, Tony. What do you think? For me, I'm going to be 45 years old later on this month. It's the craziest that I've seen this country. Craziest.
It's definitely the craziest I've seen. But my mind, I guess I got like a skeptic mind because I kind of envisioned, honestly, I've envisioned worse, and I feel like it's worse to come. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like the divide of the country is real, and my question is how do we fix the divide? And is it, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't
I
know.
don't think.
you know, you can, and if you can't fix the divide, how do you prepare for what's to come? You know what I mean? And how do you balance it in between?
Yeah.
'Cause I think about all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Think of it. I mean,
And I'm in a
all right.
non licensed carry state, so it's tough out here. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I don't know how
As
you
in,
fix it to
you
divide.
can't
Man.
carry unlicensed. What state is that?
I'm in New York.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we got
Because I was thinking,
we got the
no,
toughest laws.
yeah, it's. Hey, listen, kudos to y'all if you're carrying it out there, because, I felt the same way when I went to Los Angeles. I was like, damn, like. But anyway, think of it like this, man. Like, when you look at the overall state of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, on a historical scale here, it seemed like we kind of caught like a pocket of it that might have been at times uneventful by comparison to other periods of time, right? That would be in a similar window, right? So even though we've been doing a lot overseas, domestically things have been relatively tame, I guess. You could say, like, what the last assassination attempt was like Reagan. We've had presidents come and go and not seen so much turmoil, and
Well,
thought it was sweet.
we don't know behind the scenes though.
Exactly. And we kind of can see the result of what goes on behind the scenes by what happens outside and what happens legally. You know, seeing about policies that get put into place, especially when it comes to criminal justice with certain regimes, and there's like, think about Lincoln, right? Lincoln freed the slaves, right? Much to the chagrin, I guess, of the Southerners, right? Paid them reparations for us. Well, I'm Haitian American, so I guess not us, but you know, for the African slaves in America, and they and some guy still killed him. John Wilkes Booth killed him,
Mm-hmm.
and it was because he was upset about you fucking freed the slaves. Like, you have to die, of course, right? Because how dare you, right? I don't want the money. I want the slaves. You die. Okay. I didn't want Biden and Kamala and you know, somebody stable to run the country. I wanted Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So now you guys to lock it up and lock it down and be careful.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
you know what's funny about what you just said? I was listening to not listening to, I read a tweet by Jamel Hill today, and she was talking about Abraham Lincoln and, you know, that he freed the slaves, and when he freed the slaves, he actually gave reparations to the slave owners.
Mm-hmm.
Gave reparations to the slave owners.
Woo.
Crazy stuff, you know. But you know
Still mad.
but
Still
you know,
mad.
that's, yeah, you know. But you know, that's not this what's going on now. One more thing on this front. You mentioned, you know, you talk about carrying in New York, Apparently, New York City has cut all contractual ties with Donald Trump. Right, they cut all contractual ties with Donald Trump, and the rumors are now, or the speculation is that once Trump is out of office, finally out of office next week, and he goes back to his personal life, there's a good chance that he might be hitting some hard times. Because a lot of his deals, when you talk about, Trump Plaza and this hotel, this apartment building, and that, a lot of those are naming rights for Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a contract that have his name on the building. It's not really his building. So there are a lot of places, a lot of his partnerships are looking to get out of those partnerships and no longer want to deal with Donald Trump because of, everything that he's done politically. It's hard for me to see Trump being broke. Right? He's got to have some money in some offshore account somewhere. He's got something, and his family has money. So on that front, he's going to be
broke.
Yeah, he's not going to be, exactly. You know what I mean? He's not going to be that kind of a broke. But, I guess, going into his later years, maybe he will be struggling a little bit. Well, he'll run to his family, but a lot of his family don't want to mess with him either. Even before he became the president, they wasn't trying to mess with him. I watched the news, and his niece is on there all the time, smashing him. I'm like, she's like, what did this dude do in his life, man? But the rumor, as rumors would have it, Donald Trump could be headed for some hard times after this because no one's going to want to deal with him. I'm pretty sure he'll write a book, about his experience being the president and all that kind of stuff. So he'll make some money off of that. And his people, I guess, I'm sure they'll chip in any little bit of money they have to support him. Try to keep him going.
All they gotta do is drop some Trump merch.
That's what he'll do. He'll write a book.
Yep.
He'll drop some
reality show.
Yep. Drop some merch, do some kind of reality show. He'll put it out there. Whether or not he can run, he'll put it out there that he's gonna fight it and he's gonna run anyway. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. You know what I mean? He'll put it out there and he'll get some support in that manner. So, I'm gonna tell you what. Tony said he doesn't think this is the last to come. That there's more to come. Some people say, they think Trump is gonna, take it and just ride off. I don't know. I don't think he's that kind of guy. I think we're gonna hear more from him. But anyway, it's crazy out here. Just be safe wherever you are. You know what I mean? And if you plan on doing some things for the inauguration, just do it at your house. Watch it on the television.
And what's your motto, son?
Spread love, man.
Spread love.
Spread love, man.
That's
what I mean?
Always.
You know what I mean? We can't get out of here without talking some hip hop. So we got to talk some hip hop, right? It's hip hop channel. Freddie Gibbs. All right, so Freddie Gibbs was, he did an interview, and he was talking about Jeezy. And apparently, he said he's down to squash the beef with Jeezy. This is a quote from Freddie Gibbs. He said, "I don't have beef with him like other people may. I think it was just two guys who didn't communicate correctly. He had a vision and I had my vision, and we just couldn't come to a common agreement. I don't hate the man or anything of that nature, not at all. At one point, I looked up to him, and I still respect everything that he did musically. I still listen to his music. So like I said, man, maybe one day, who knows? Savvy, I know you got the lowdown on the entire history. Talk to us, man. Can you see Jeezy and Freddie Gibbs patching it up?
I can because their beef is much less severe
Mhm.
Than Jeezy and Gucci,
than
right?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not gonna elaborate too much, but I'll say that business came between them. You know, as it does between people, oftentimes it's nothing that you can't be brought back from. You know, it gets on wax, and then people think things are just have to get violent because it's hip hop, but the truth is that there's nothing there that's not irreconcilable, you know, and it just happened to be that the worst it got was that, you know, it was disrespect and I I guess just perception that you and I are not cut from the same cloth. So I don't really mess with you.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
you know,
yeah. Now I get it.
these
You know,
hurt feelings get smoothed over
yeah.
time, you know what I
Hurt
mean?
feelings. I mean,
I think
yeah.
it's cool. You know, I think it's cool, but I'm not gonna lie. The diss tracks were phenomenal and entertaining. Like I really enjoyed what Freddie Gibbs did in terms of diss tracks towards Jeezy. I'm a Jeezy fan too.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I
listen.
like what Gucci did in terms of diss tracks versus Jeezy.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of both of them. And it just so happens that Jeezy's music, you know, is like, you know, I mean,
Yeah,
speaks for
because the diss
itself,
tracks
right?
didn't go over too good in the versus battle. It was like, okay, we've been there, done that. What you know, what's up? You know what I mean? But still, it was amazing for them two to be on stage. You know, to be there together, regardless of all of that. It was amazing for them two guys to be there together in the same room. You know what I mean? So that's, you know, that was a big shout out to them for that. Now, back in June, you remember back in June, Freddie Gibbs, he was with Bootleg Kev. You know, he was like, listen,
Yeah.
he said, Jeezy's music is irrelevant. Let's be real. Did you listen to his last album? He's like, he's a legend, but right now he's irrelevant. And to be truthful, that last album from Jeezy was kind of wizzack. It was corny. It was corny. I thought it was corny. I listened. I was like, what is this? I think we did a little bit of a review on it. I don't know if, you know, we just listened to a couple of tracks, I think.
I think so.
And then DJ Academics got
rings a bell.
involved. Right? Academics got involved and said that Gibbs is absolutely irrelevant and all that kind of stuff. So, of course, you know, in this interview, you know, Gibbs, you know, wasn't going to hold back on Academics. He was like, you know, the whole thing is corny. I just feel like certain guys like that, their opinion doesn't really matter. You know, why are we listening to a guy like this? You know, how did he get on Twitch? But hey, Gibbs, man, come on, man. I do YouTube and Twitch and stuff too, man. Don't, you know, come on, man. Don't diss Twitch.
Yeah.
He was like, he's not a DJ. He ain't got. He's like, I don't got a problem with the kid. I seen him one day in L.A. before all of this started. You know, now and when I tapped him on the shoulder, he was scared. He was spooked. You know, but and of course, Gibbs got something against LL too. Freddie got something against him. You know, Freddie always got something. That's him. You know, it is. You know, it is what it is. It's all good. But you know, I wouldn't mind
The
saying
worst
it
part
too.
is that he's funny.
Yeah.
You know,
he
he's actually funny. So it's like anytime he has a problem with somebody, he makes it funny. And if you're on the receiving end, that just makes it worse because then other people are laughing at you, and it's like, damn.
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I can't out funny him. You know what I'm saying? Like LL and Jeezy, they're not gonna out funny Freddie.
You know, they say sometimes you shouldn't meet your idols or people you look up to.
Straight up.
And I think that could be that type of situation with
Right.
both those guys.
Right.
You know, one bad encounter and you looked at this guy, you looked at him like he was, you know, one of those guys, and then that interaction just messes it up.
Messes it all up, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, you know, however it goes down,
It
man, I would
happens all
love.
the time.
Yeah, I would love to hear, Gibbs and Jeezy, you know, patch it up, do a track together, something like that, put out some music, be dope. But yo, I gotta get to the gym. I really, you know, I wish I ain't had to cut short, but I gotta get to the gym. You know, me and my daughter got a workout plan. My son is meeting us up there, so you know we got to go up there and get it in for a little bit. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be back live on YouTube. You know, it's going to be about a month and a half or so, but we'll be back on live shortly. Just keep rocking with us, following with us, and we're going to come back with some, you know, new, stronger, and improved. You know what I mean? Because I got that copyright strike. You know, for one of them, you know, for showing a clip of a boxing match, and you know, they didn't like that I showed the clip. You know, so anyway, we'll be back on YouTube live. You know, expect more content though to come out. So yeah, no doubt. You know, expect more content. I'm gonna keep on posting stuff, and I'm trying to get into a better rhythm of posting stuff more frequently every day, just like jumping on and recording something and putting it out. So just stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Savvy, Tony, anything you want to jump out and say before we get out of here?
As always, shout out to the chat. Yo, Black, it's time. Appreciate you, son. Keep doing your thing.
Appreciate you, man.
Luke.
Knowledge of is priceless wealth. Y'all have a good night. Protect your neck.
No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys. And please, as usual, man, always spread love, man. Be peaceful. Take it easy. And we out of here. Peace.